balancing, moving, you know, getting back to its natural habitat because this retrograde is a retrograde. And we are still in Pluto. Confirmation, we are still in Pluto. So the fact that we have Pluto and Mercury mixed together, that tells me everything I need to know about the planets. Now you think it's confusion, like different moon cycles, new moon, full moon. That's just all attached to see if you love yourself more than you love them. That's what retrograde teaches. If you love yourself more than you love them, that's what retrograde is all about. It's all a big test. And some people, they just don't get it, you know? They just fall into their own illusions. Not realizing this is just a test. This is all retrograde. This is all the moon cycles. That's coming together that's, you know, in the loop to remove, release, confirmation, and more balance. So regardless of this retrograde, remember it's all a test. And most important, it's all about self-control. Maintain the, self-control, maintain the anger, maintain the, logic within without emotion. That's what retrograde is all about. Logic over emotion, less reaction, no emotions, turn your heart off, think more logically. Moving on. So the first card we had is caught a case. This could be anything. It says sexual infection, sexual disease, rash, or more. Man or woman. This could be, you know, past, future, or present. But, the card said dust it off. The spirit say dust it off. Or dust them off. Or dust the energy off, regardless. Now, last but not least, we have bad reputation. This could be an energy, entity, or individual that wants you to have a bad reputation. Because they have a bad reputation or a bad name. Until someone that wants you to have a bad name or a bad reputation because they have it or they went through it or they have experienced it. Or this is someone that you must dust off or energy or entity that must be dust off regardless of, the bad reputation, them catching a case or caught a case. Or this is someone that want you to catch a case so that they can tarnish, destroy, dismantle. For what reason? Who knows? The card and time will tell. The bottom of the deck we have reflecting. So this individual could be reflecting, rejuvenating, thinking on something, strategizing, planning, overlooking something, overlooking that they are a divination abuser because their dirty offer has not been accepted, or you don't want to accept their dirty offer, or something about them bringing a dirty offer to you so that they can give you a bad name. Yeah, and this is why they're feeling haunted. Memory, flashback, trauma, side effects, something significant about Halloween or around Halloween. Yeah, this is someone that wants to force their way in, where they think that using force is going to work. And this is how they force their way in to get what they want. Yeah, and then that's why they're haunted. You have thief, rob, lost, theft, physical, emotional. This is someone that likes to cyberbully, where they think they are, or they think that they are bullying, but they don't realize they're just helping you getting away from them more and more. Why? Because they see you rising. They see you rising, stepping into your power, stepping into the light, or they see you in the light, they see you in the spotlight, regardless of, the background. Knowingly that they are a spiritual hater, giving money to someone, paying someone because you know they ain't shit, wanting to kiss someone's ass, or they're gonna pretend like they're gonna kiss your ass, yeah, with a fake smile, because they are a grudge holder and not to be trusted. Karmic. And this is why they're looking you up. Yeah, because they want to be you, act like, dress like, look like, copies you. And that's why they're living in their ego. And they're going to be forever in their ego if they, continue on that path. That shows that they are not healed. They are not healed. Because if they were healed, they wouldn't be mentally disturbed or mentally disrupted or mentally distracted. So, before we get into their real intention, let's see what this energy is. Retrograde is all about tests after tests. It just shows you what you have gone through in the past. I wouldn't say it's not like that, but it's more like, it's like, have you ever just went through something and you just feel more neutral, You don't react, you don't get angry, you don't get, sad, you just stay neutral. And that's how you know you have healed. That's how you know you have a free mind, or you're free of free from being mentally disturbed. It's like finally fighting back when you couldn't fight back when it actually happened the first time. Moving on. Before I want to see what the intention, because you just never, let's see. So we have health. So this is someone's health that is declining. The fact that health is in reverse. So think about this person's health. And that's why spirits say dust it off, leave it alone, let it be. You just never know what they are going through internally. So that's something that they must fight within on their own. And that has nothing to do with the collective, it has nothing to do with someone who is already healed and living. Moving forward, so we have, I'm going to be part of your health and wellness journey. So this is what they need to be thinking. This is what they need to be reflecting on their health, their inside, internally. This is someone that rather not focus on that. Why? That's on them. They must figure out why they feel that way, why they are internally, going through that. And they have to literally ask themselves, look deep in within themselves. How did this happen? Why did it happen? You know? Yeah, uncertain. It says, my intentions are not yet clear. I'm still trying to figure it out. This is someone that wants to figure out so bad. And this is why, you know, the card said dust it off. So something needs to be dusted off or brushed off, or closed off, or closed out, literally. Yeah, because someone feels uncertain about their health, or they're gonna be, or they're highly concerned about someone's health. And this is someone who needs to be highly concerned of their own health, their own insight. Moving forward, yeah. And this is, the future. This is their future. This is their plan. This is their motive. It's that I'm thinking ahead. This is someone that is thinking ahead of their health or their well-being. So I'm thinking ahead and wondering what our relationship would be like in the future. And not with this bad reputation. I don't think so. And this is what they were aiming for in the future. Planning. Very strategic. 1111 has said that. But it's something internally that's going on inside. Yeah. Yeah, and this is why, they are yelling. It says, I'm mad at you, I'm unhappy, and I want you to feel as badly as I do. And that's how you know there's something internally going on within them that causes them to go off the rails. It's because of their health is declining. And they want your health to be declined. So if they are feeling that way, that's the reason, that's the main reason why they want you to feel as badly as they do. Because all of that yelling is just, honestly, that's just a call for help. All of that bickering is just a call for help, honestly. That's like, how am I going to fix myself internally? How am I going to get well internally? You know? That's just the inner voice speaking to them. Yeah, and that's why they're going to come in for a big favor, ask for a big favor. Because I need assistance with something big. Yeah. Something about perspective, gaining insight, awareness on something. But the spirit says time to part ways and grow. It says I see something inside of you and I might not like to learn more from you. No, they need to learn from themselves, from their own inner issue, yeah. And they call it love, or at least they think this is love. It says I love you not only want to add happiness to your life. No, they feel obligated to be in a life, or they're, forcing their way in because they feel like they are obligated to. Or they feel like they are obligated to the love surrounding you, or your growth. There's something about your growth that is keeping you away, from an individual that wants to ruin your reputation. Or they try to. Yeah, introspection, like I said, this is someone that needs to go a little deeper on why they feel the way they do. 23. That's going to be a lot of, internal issues that they must deal with or face. So this is someone that must reflect, or they're going to reflect on the inside. Or they're going to reflect on their health a little more deeper. And this is someone that rather reflect on their health, their well-being internally. Yeah. So 45. Yeah. Inner peace, inner liberation. And this is what, they must face. Something is just calling out to them that they must face within. Something about inner peace. Yeah, the hermit. A Virgo energy, number 9 at 2:39 a.m. could be significant. 2:39 p.m. to be significant. Yeah, this is someone that's going within, finding the light within, or they have found the light within, or they have found the issue within. I also heard internal bleeding, like internally, like on the inside. So they must take a look at themselves. And this is someone that is actually looking at themselves, going within, facing themselves, you know? Like the hermit, they already have the light. They already have the lamp and the candle in the hand. So clearly they have found the issue. They have found the light. And so, or someone can be a detective looking in on something, or looking within, or searching within. Or someone could have predicted while they were in hermit, or someone could be doing something alone, working alone, figuring something out alone. Or this could be someone that loves working alone, or doing something by themselves alone. Yeah, creative thinking. I heard creative writing, journalism. Number 48. Then we have the lovers. Something about partnerships that's going, that brings a lot of love and freedom. And this is why this individual is in the shadow. And to someone that must face the shadow. In order to face the shadow, you must be, aware of your own shadow, of your own disruptive, energy. Like I said, sometimes accountability is like kryptonite to some people. Some people don't want to face their own, light. They don't want to face their own shadow. They don't want to face their own demons. They don't want to face their own, consequences or the accountability. It's like placing the blame or always, playing the victim is not the answer. Because honestly, for myself, I don't see myself as the victim. I'm a survivor. So why continue to deal with something that's just disruptive? Now, peace, and that's where real peace comes in. 50. Yeah. It takes to see the shadow of what's really going on behind that veil, behind that illusion, in order to get real peace. That's what the grade is all about. But it always comes with self-control. Less reaction, no reaction. That's real peace. Having the excessive amount of self-control. That's real peace. It's all about self-control and controlling your anger, not letting your anger control you, but staying still, The more, it's like, be still, stay still. Don't react. That's what they want. When you are less reactive, when you are less emotional, that makes them more mentally disturbed, mentally distracted. So, the best way to see something within, or to see a problem within, or to see something that's happening internally, self-control. It's all about self-control. logic or emotions. Emotions off, heart off, head. And being, more aware and awakened, of course. So, them feeling the way that they do has nothing to do with, you know, another individual. It has a lot to do with themselves, childhood wounds, confirmation, and, internal issues that must be faced. So, that's all it is. So, reacting to that is, giving them all of your power. Stooping to their level is, giving them more, you know, more energy, more time, more anger. And it's like, no, set your emotions off. That's how you have real self-control, mental control. With less effort. Moving on, let's see what this inspection is about. Yeah, return to sender, backfire on them. So something's going to backfire or something has been returned or sent back. Yeah, like I said, this is all a test. Retrograde is all about a test. And that causes them to, lose out on their own bonus and health journey, within, That would, messed up their own, lessen their own health, their own well-being. Because something has been returned back or sent back. Sometimes God has a funny way of showing you, reminding you what things used to be and how things were until He opened your eyes to what is, real and what is fake. Now, let's see what the, yeah. The person who calls you negativity in the air sign, don't have to be in the air sign, they could have air placement in their charts. Or you could be an air sign dealing with another air sign. Something has been returned back to an air sign or it's going to be internally, but internally though. Or this could have happened to an air sign internally, and that's why they're big. I don't know. I also heard they could be projecting, their health. I'm gonna say their internal bad health, and then that's why they feel uncertain about something, or they're unaware of something, or they're confused about something. Or maybe they're confused about why something has been sent back or returned back. Because it's something within that they must face or see, internally. I'm going to keep saying internally because I don't know if it's externally, so you just never know. I don't know if it's external or internal, so it could be either or. Yeah. Like I said, their roots work, or the work they have been done has been, worn off or rooted out of the, collective energy or space energetically. Seek someone to help you with the protection spell. Or someone can be doing protection spells. And someone finding the answers or finding the, tools or the recipe to, a protection spell. Because I don't know, I don't know. I also heard someone could be hacked. And this is something that is, cursed upon an individual. Something that was rooted on them. and now they're blind. Now they are projecting. So this, like I said, whoever this hermit is, they see everything. They are watching. They are looking within. They have found the answer. They have found the light. They have found the information. Yeah, they have found what this individual has done, what they tried to do by recruiting haters, and that led them to bad health. Yeah, since they claim that they're first knowing then where they got inspired by you. And it's just someone that could be inspired by your work, by your craft, by your ability to do something, by your ability to fight for something, or yourself. Yeah, just amplify, possess a talisman to amplify positive vibes. Yeah. This trickster spirit says sudden loss of memory, things end up missing. It's just someone that wants you to lose your memory. And it's just someone that wants you to forget or not remember something. But something has been, repeatedly reflected back or taken back. Yeah. Spreading rumors because you cut them off and they're still watching. Yeah, this is someone that envies your career and the money you make or the money that you're going to make. Yeah, this is a scorn individual or a scorn lover or a scorn ex or someone that's just very, angry, Someone that feels rejected. And this is someone that rejects themselves and they think that someone else is rejecting them. No, they reject themselves. So that's something that they must face themselves. It's such an old flame of yours, current, recent ex, partner still feel deep pain of rejection and betrayal. Why? It's because they haven't faced themselves. They don't want to face themselves. People that are still scorned, that just want you to be on their level, that they would do anything to get you to be on their level is because how they feel within. Let's see with this, what's on to send us about. Yeah, noisy sound. It says information overload, social media out of control. So something is overloaded, something is out of control. Something about information being overloaded, documents, information. This could be like newscast, broadcasting, something just noisy sound. This is someone that doesn't like noisy sound, but something's being backfired or returned back or sent back to the point that their health is revealing the truth. So, let's move on. This could be a man or woman. Yeah, and this is why they're doing this out of curiosity because they're curious. They're focused on something. They're imagining something. They have a desire to do something, a desire to try something. And that's why they're uncertain that something's going to work or something is working. Yeah, they're looking within. They're reflecting on themselves. They're curious. Something about trees, forests, or wooded area. Yeah, and that's why they're in the empty room. If there's no people at the end, opportunity to something's in, or an opportunity has ended. Something about releasing. People in an empty room, or they could be someone that's working alone, doing something alone, protecting themselves, doing the work on themselves, protecting themselves. Something about divine protection, or heavy protection. Empty room. Or this is someone that feels empty in an empty room. Or they're going to be boxed in an empty room. Or they feel boxed in an empty room because something is empty, or they feel empty. Something about emptying out the loud noise, the noisy sound. the heavy distraction. No, let's see what the bottom is. Yeah, collection. Something about collecting something. Something about striking a lightning. There's something that's uniquely done or being done. Yeah, unique, intrigue, sample. Something about sampling something. I don't know. I also heard sampling music or sampling, a mixtape or an album. Yeah, I run away. Get away. Keep away. Give up. This is someone that thinks that you're gonna give up and not fight for yourself. Yeah. This is someone. Yeah, they're gonna run away when something has backfired. When something is going to backfire. Yeah, because they've done something out of curiosity, confirmation, or they was too curious about something, and that's why they feel empty in an empty room. Something about something about a basement or underground. Something in storage underneath. Something about flood, a storm, or something that is molding in the basement. Something on the deep end, within the basement. Someone could be locked in the basement, you know, and they feel empty in the basement. And they're not being at the bottom of something or getting to the bottom of something. Yeah, and lost control, yeah. This is someone that's losing control. They're going to lose control. Reckless, derailment, speeding. I also heard speedy child. Something about limit. Limiting yourself. Something that's just foggy up in the air. Yeah, like I said, someone could be doing something alone. Working alone in isolation. Focus on themselves, focus on their health, their well-being. Yeah, and that's why they're so uncertain about something. This is what they're trying to figure out. Why you're alone, why you're working alone, why you're doing something alone. That's why they're curious. That's why they're, focused on that, and not themselves. And that's why something has been backfired on an uninvited guest. Someone that thought that you were not going to fight back. It's a surprise, accident, big change, moment of decision. So something is changing, something is shifting. So someone could be watching, scoping, scoping through someone's home, watching someone's home. 33, as I said that. When yeah. When something or someone is uninvited, this is what they do when they lose control. And this is how they end up out of control, because intuition never lies. And that's the message. So something about communication records. So someone's phone could be tapped, call records, instant messages, group text, group messaging could be exposed, could be tapped or looked into. Yeah, something about listening to your instincts, following that instinct, listening to your intuition, listening to that inner voice on something or someone that is just uninvited. And this is someone that thought that you were never going to, step aside and turn off your emotions. See, that's what some individuals don't realize. When you turn off your emotions, you're like already, it's like your soul just left your body 5,000 years ago, and you're not even, you know, showing emotions at all. And that's what they don't realize. No emotions equals self-control. And I'm not saying being soulless. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying having no emotion and having all of that self-control explains everything. Explains why you're so calm, why you must be calm, and why you must stay still. And they don't realize that's how, some people don't realize that's how blessings come in. By staying still, extra still. That's how real blessings come in, by staying still. And knowing that God is making a way, showing you the way, comes with a lot of self-control. And that's how blessings come in. So, look at the bigger picture. Keep your eyes on the prize. Regardless, what they think they're doing, what they thought they had done. That's just God's, showing you who they really are. What their real intentions are. What they've been aiming for, what they're aiming at. And how they really feel within, like, deeply. And that's just to show you why you should dust it off and let it be. Because there's something within that you already have faced or already have dealt with that they haven't dealt with yet. And that's why they're so confused. That's why they're, feeling dumbfounded or lost, Because there's something that you already went through, and then once you feel more neutral about it, balanced about it, it's like, oh, I've been here before. I know what this felt like because I have experienced this. I have gone through this, and now that I am free of it, I can now fight for my life. I can now fight for my well-being. Some people, they don't understand the power of self-control and not losing it. It's all a mental focus. They don't understand. Some people don't understand. This is why they're shocked, sick. It's like this. Put it like this. Have you ever dated someone knowing what their real intentions are? Before they even do it. Before they even planned it. And once you see that red flag in the beginning, you're just like, oh no, one for the hills. That's how you catch on to the danger. Early on. And that's just the way it is. You don't need no closure. No contact. You don't need no back and forth. You don't need that. Your action will show who you are, what you are, and why you feel that way. And that's why they're shaken up, or their life is going to be shaken up, or they just feel sick about something. Like they're shocked about something. Because this individual, they don't understand that you already have went through this. You already have fought through this. You already have seen this in the darkness when you were going through it. And they were not there when it happened to you. So now that they see, now that they are aware of what has been done to you in the past, now that they are living it. Remember when I said before, these are the same individual that wants to be you, become you, look like you, right? Remember when I said they're gonna have to face the same thing that you have went through. And now look how it's turning out. That's how it is. For me, once I see one red flag, that's it. What more can you give? What more can you say? All I need is one time. And God will decide from there. It only takes one time. That's when you run. That's when you go. That's when you run for your life. Run for your well-being. So, moving on. That's why that's up. Yeah, ex-friend, ex-foe, ex-lover, whoever this is, man or woman, same sex. That's what they're taught. Because they don't realize you went through this before. They don't realize you already faced this many lifetimes ago. So this is nothing new. There's nothing to be shocked about when you already went through it. When you're already faced with it. Pisces. You could be a Pisces or you could be dealing with one. You know? Yeah, so spirit animals are everywhere, so pay attention to your spirit animals. Yeah, it says protect your things, money, and assets, regardless of protecting it. Because, yeah, positive thoughts only, exactly. I'm not going to get too much into that, yeah. So we have Earth sign setting you up. If you are a Pisces, this Earth sign is setting you up. Or you could be an Earth sign dealing with the Pisces, take it how it goes. And this could be an ex-friend of yours. Yeah, a police officer. If someone doesn't know that someone is a police officer, or someone is being watched or surrounded by a police officer, let's move forward. Yeah, FBI agent. It says your husband on a DL. This could be someone that you know that is on a DL. Or someone's husband who is on a DL, or you can know who this person is. Yeah, something about a grandfather figure or a passed on loved one grandfather figure. Or this could be someone's grandfather. That could be a police officer, an FBI agent. Something about a passed on loved one, grandpa, that do this type of work. Someone that's a police officer, or they like police work. Or someone could be, in the justice system, or they work for the justice system for a long time. They deal with this type of, also heard disputes, domestic disputes. Moving on. Yeah, an aunt figure, someone's aunt, an informant. So someone could be an informant, or someone could be informing something, informing someone. Yeah, tape recording your convos, or someone could be getting information, video, recording, camcording, something being caught on tape, seen on tape. Or exposed on tape. Could get cops. Someone could be working with crooked cops. Messing around with some crooks. And this is what they do to get their way, or have their way, with a bunch of crooks. Someone could be a Pisces Venus. Or any earth sign Venus. Yeah. So regardless of this individual that's informing something or informing someone, yeah, this person will behind their back of their ex-friend. That's why something has backfired, something has been returned back to them. Whoever this ex-friend is, 44, as I said that. Yeah, this individual doesn't like condoms. You have Leo. You could be a Leo Venus, or you could be a Leo. You could be dealing with a Leo. So we have Leo, Pisces, and Earth sign. to be significant. His birth co-worker is fucking. This person is very trifling. And it says, last but least, health matters. Exactly. They don't, you know, understand, like, when your health is involved, when your well-being is involved, that's when you have to check yourself. Look at yourself. Face yourself. Like, what matters the most? Drama or my health? They don't understand the picture. Yeah, and this is what causes them to hire someone. Or they could have used a hitman. Or they paid a hitman to do something, to off someone, or to inform someone. And this would causes, someone to do undercover work. Or someone could be an undercover cop doing some undercover work. Yeah. This individual, whoever this ex-friend, or whoever they hire, whoever they think that they hired, like I said, the person that they hired could be an undercover cop that's investigating them. The same individual that they hired to take you out, to dismantle you or to ruin your reputation, is an undercover cop that they hire. Now, how wicked is that, not to know that you hired someone who is undercover, who is actually, is good at the type of work, and good at, hiding behind that disguise. Yeah, they could have hired, a hitman, and then something supernaturally happened. Or they've been faced with something supernatural, or a ghost, or an angel that's warning them, that's showing them, reminding them. Confirmation. So something's gonna be balanced out. There's justice. Justice is, not allowing yourself to get worked up, over emotional. What's it? Yeah, it says openness moment. This is a time of openness and new possibilities. Are you ready to embrace them? Stay open to new experiences, and you might find unexpected opportunities. Something significant about sunflowers. Yeah, recognition. Yeah, they did all of this to stop you from being recognized, or recognizing something, or recognizing their true colors, or their fate, or their destiny. Yeah, so you deserve to acknowledge your accomplishment. Have you been neglecting to celebrate your effort? And this is someone that tried to stop you from being recognized. They don't realize, you know, when you take time to recognize your own progress, to reveal your own progress, to be open to other possibilities, more opportunities, no matter how small, how big, yeah, that's when they want to come in and try to disrupt and shit. No. It's because they want to be recognized, they want to be seen, they want to be heard, they want to express themselves. If that's the case, why not focus on yourself? Why not focus on your own ability to do something, your own ability to move forward, to think for the future, plan for the future? You know what? That's what's funny. That's another thing. They don't plan correctly. When you are planning, when you are being strategic about something, at least have a plan. At least have a backup plan. Like literally. Yeah, and that's why we set, healthy boundaries. Setting healthy boundaries is crucial for your well-being. Exactly. It's all about boundaries, respecting other people's boundaries, and once they cross that boundary, that's when, it's time to cut them loose, cut them dry. That's it all. That's all. Why fight for something that you already have within? And that's how you be an inspiration to others. By sharing what you have been through, what you have experienced, that's how you be free. That's how you have an open mind. By already expressing what you have gone through 5 or 10 years ago or 8 years ago that is happening to other individuals right now. And allowing them or having them to be free. But sometimes some people don't want to be free. They want to stay in their trap, in their mentally, you know, closed trap. Because they don't know how to set boundaries. They don't know how to set healthy boundaries at that. They don't even want to set boundaries with themselves. So if they can't set boundaries with individuals, they will never set boundaries with themselves. So how about boundaries, energetic boundaries, healthy boundaries, and inspiring yourself. Keeping that creative, juices flowing, because regardless of them, you're not stuck. They want you to be stuck. Because you have found the light within. You saw the light within when you were living in the darkness. And when you have experienced the darkness, or when you have experienced the abuse, the attack, the bully, they don't realize you have experienced this many lifetimes ago. So this is nothing but another test to overcome, another test to bypass another obstacle by continuously to move forward. That's all it is. The power of moving forward is so simple. It's so simple, so easy. It's also protecting yourself. It's also protecting your own mental, literally. It's like a psychological warfare. But in the spiritual, yeah, it's the same thing. The only difference is you have to really ask yourself, are you a warrior or are you a victim? Yeah, and that's divine timing and God's timing. Be patient while things are unfolding. This connection is worth the wait. If something is worth the wait, it's worth waiting for. It's worth being patient for. Yeah, it says redirect your thoughts. Focus on what you want to attract, not on what you feel. Well, not on what you feel will happen. It's all about recognizing your own strength, your inner strength. Yeah, put yourself first. Loving yourself makes you more romantically attractive. Unloving yourself makes you more romantically unattractive. So, regardless of, this energy, this individual, whoever they are, what they think they're doing, what they thought they have done, it's all about perfect timing, the right timing, God's timing, setting boundaries at that. Yeah, it says express your love. It is important to let people know that you love them. You have nothing to lose. And to someone that wants you to lose everything, they can gain something, or they think they're gaining something because they have nothing to lose. No. Self-love and self-respect comes a long way when you are actually loving yourself, when you are actually redirecting your energy onto yourself and not on no one else. That's how you know you are focused on yourself. That's how you know you have healed. That's how you know you have passed the retrograde test. By loving yourself. So regardless of this, you know, energetic energy, it's all about, being open to possibilities, new possibilities. And some people, they just want to stop. And it's like, no. The only person that they are stopping is themselves. But you're moving forward regardless of them. And that's what they don't understand. The power of moving forward. Moving forward. Let's see what, oops, that popped out. Yeah, something snipping about Neptune. So someone could have like, something snipping about Pisces. So Pisces, Neptune, we have the urge to escape from limitation, transcending and merging in oneness. So this could be escaping reality, or this is someone that think that they can escape reality or run away from reality. No, reality is real. The only difference is self-control. There's something about connecting the dots to steer the community towards the accomplishment of God-given goals, and directed by planning, organizing, and supervising others. If something's being supervised, organized, yeah, pay recognition, the ability to perceive future events, and that's the future. It's all about knowing what something's gonna happen before they even did it, before they even tried their hand, and before they attack, before they even tried to ruin something, or they thought they were ruining something. It's all about, having the ability to see their action before they even do them. Not everyone is gifted. Not everyone has that specific gift. Not everyone has that, perception of, foreseeing something. It's selective, but not everyone. Some are intuitive, some are clairvoyant, some are mediums, some are shaman. There's many ways to see, without having to do much. You just know. You just feel it. You just know. Yeah, and this could be something about your work ethic. So the ability to work hard and be honorable, trustworthy, and reliable to work with. And that's how you balance, the skills. But something's going to be balanced out. Yeah, we have Mars, something's about Mars and music. And yes, we are definitely Mercury retrograde. Something about communication. Or being open to communication. Yeah, something about intuition. Listening to that inner voice. Or that inner message. Or that inner, alert. Or looking out for danger. Either way. Or paying close attention to danger. Now. Let me see what this is. Yeah, spiritual gift. Yeah, this is all about having the gift or having the ability, to overcome and seeing, through that, meditating through that, and staying calm. Yeah, and that's why they're in, and this is why they feel regretful. Or they're happy. They're in, you know, something. Or they're just feeling, regretful. Or they can have like migraines, headache, Yeah, because they try to mirror your energy or they try to reflect the energy or they try to glamorize your energy. Yeah, and that's a karmic lesson that needs to be learned. And this is someone that is learning the karmic lesson. And this is someone that already has faced this. And now it's time for new possibilities and new opportunities. Yeah, and to someone that misses you, that the true colors have already shown confirmation because they are not happy. Or they feel unhappy. Or they feel empty within. And that's why they are top, because they're not happy. And that's why their true colors are shown. Or maybe they want to show you how happy, I say how happy, how unhappy they are. And that's why they want you to feel as badly as they do. Because they still haven't learned that karmic lesson, or they don't want to learn. Yeah, and that's why they feel ashamed about something. They're embarrassed. They feel guilty. They're going to be guilty as charged. Yeah, because they see you rising. Man or woman, they see you rising. They see you going through that spiritual awakening. And this is them going through that spiritual death, ego death. Yeah, this twin flame, or this karmic twin flame. Karmic, like I said, it could be like a karmic, soul contract. Or a karmic, past life relationship. Yeah, they're very reckless with themselves. They choose to be because they are unhappy. Yeah, and that's how you will see their true colors. By, going with it. So, them trying to mirror, reflect, project is only making your gift or your abilities stronger. You don't realize you, by meditating, sitting alone, doing something alone, working alone, is the answer, is the key to all of that. And that's how you know some people, they don't know how to be alone, they don't know how to work alone, they don't know how to do things alone. It's all about self-control. Moving forward. So, regardless of who this individual is, just know that you know why they are going through what they're going through. You know? Down the line, it's going to be exposed why and how unhappy they are. So, they can miss you all they want. Just know that you will see this down the line. So, keep your eyes open and aware. It's nothing to be afraid of, nothing to fear when your health and your well-being is on the line. So, regardless of them trying to mirror, reflect, or project, just continue to keep your eyes on the prize, on the bigger picture, because time will reveal everything. So, regardless of them, just focus on why they're doing it. It's something deeper than why, they do this. It's way deeper than that, way deeper. Yeah, it's all about you working hard, doing something greater. That's all it is. Or you just being yourself. So regardless of them, regardless of who they hire, who they, plan to hire, just know that you are ahead of the game, the trick. Because you see it. You saw it. You're open to it. So, regardless of who they are projecting, who they want to project onto you, that's who they are. That's how they are. That's how you know that this is a test. Retrograde is always a test. Regardless of the past, it's always a test. That's all it is. It's in the planet. That's all it is. Mars, Uranus, Neptune, Jupiter, Pluto. It's all in the planet. So that's what some people don't get. So regardless of this individual, just be aware. Keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes on the danger. Keep your eyes high alert. And what is being seen, what is not being said. So logic over emotions, less reaction, more stillness, more calmness. You know? Heart off. Emotions off. Logic on. So stay prepared, be prepared, because retrograde is a hell of a test. A hell of a test. So keep your eyes open. Stay alert, stay aware. And continue to focus on the weapon regardless of them not focusing on theirs. Is the reason why something is going to backfire on them. So, keep your eyes open and alert. Again, keep your eyes on the prize.